Can you believe it? Already, basically, 1/3 of the way through the season. Week 4 of high school football. Usually it's a time when we get a better idea of who is what. And a prime example of that tonight in New Braunfels. Canyon taking on visiting Bernie champion Cougar Stadium. It was electric. Remember, the Cougars coming off a win over New Braunfels last time out, but New Braunfels, I should say, Canyon. Victorious last time out over Canyon High. New Braunfels out here rolling. That's Jordan Ball hooking up with Cole Rhea, making the catch through the contact. 7-0 Chargers. Ensuing possession, though, Cougars respond. That's Deuce Adams. Xavier Nolan does the rest from there. 7-0 at that point. Later in the frame, Champion up 14-7. Ballin, Rhea, same deal. Once again, last day was Ballin. You got to be good, right? You got to be good. He was tonight. Bernie Champion taking a 14-7 lead at that point, but Canyon making the move. Elias Gonzalez to the outside for the score. 21-20 Cougs at the break. They're still going. Let's get you a score update for you. Looking like New Braunfels Canyon in a good spot right now. 42-26 right now on top of the Chargers, trending in the right direction for Canyon to start 4-0 on this season. Still plenty of those inter-city, non-district barometer games, I guess you can call them, all across the state tonight. That includes undefeated Steele trying to find out their bar at Midland Legacy. Rebels, widely considered the preseason favorites in District 2, coming in 2-1 on the season. But Jaden Bailey doesn't care about that. I don't care about that, guys. 7-0 Steele on top. The Rebs, though, got a quarterback. It's pretty good. Marcos Davila hooking up with Deontay Saunier. 7-7 at that point. Same duo once again. Same result. That knotting it up at 14 apiece. Steele would take the lead. Midland Legacy would respond, but the Knights go on to win in the extra frame. Their district buddies, Judson, a little ways up north from here, non-district matchup at Hutto. William Hammond wasting no time getting to work for the Hippos. Alex Green hauling it in. It's the most athletic Hippo you will ever see. 7-0 at that point. Hey, you know what? Worked once. You got a wide receiver like Green. Look at him. Mosses the DB. Not the night for Judson at that point. 21-7, but they're still hanging in there. Look at the excessive celebration and lighting. It's all right. You know what? When you're up 21-7 at that point. They're still going on right now, though. Judson Rockets trying to fight back. Another 6A District 27 squad. Clemens hosting Laredo United. Longhorns facing a 3rd and long. Fresh down, excuse me, doesn't work out. Travian Smith steps in front and eats up yardage going the other direction, and that sets up the Buffs from inside the 5. Luther Beverly into the end zone for 6. 7-0 home squad. A little bit later on, Clemens tacking on to the advantage from there. 10-0 after 1. Part of a convincing night on the offensive end for Clemens, picking up 37-14 victory. Let's go back to district play. District 28, Clark, Marshall, both coming off week 3 losses. Catching up tonight at Ferris. Nikos Varelas, wide receiver, going to work in the first quarter. Big gainer to the outside, but the Rams ram like things. Goal line standing plus territory. Clark's got to settle for a field goal. Chris Gertz, though, he ain't settling for nothing. Does that look like a man who settles? Look at him. Look at the size of this dude. This is a high schooler. 10-0 at that point in favor of the Cougs. And you know what? Work once. Let's give it back to this dude. Give it back to him. 24, doing all the work today for Clark. Final score from Ferris. More of the same. 45-7. Your final. 6A to 5A. Call it the Smithson Valley Route. Rangers matching up with Wagner. That's over at Rutledge. Pick things up. Second quarter. Rangers 21. Wagner nothing. Seabirds finally get on the board. Cameron Smith. That's pretty. That works. Jeremiah Cherry with that on top to the adjustment and score. 21-7. Smithson Valley at the half. But then it gets a little bit messy as, well, later on in the second half, Smithson Valley brings the defense a little bit, and it was a sign of things to come the rest of the second frame for you. Pop up the final numbers. They just gone final. 21-13, Rangers on top over Wagner.
Heard you use the term barometer a little earlier.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, I knew you were coming up at halftime.
See? Nice little foreshadowing. Is that what it was?
I wished I used it like 5 games later, so it would have been a little more applicable.
Oh,
smoother
but it worked.
transition.
It still worked. I remember. Anytime I hear it, I'll remember. All right, Disney
Yes.
World is where we begin
place.
tonight for halftime. Take a look at this.